Hi, I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen, and welcome to Heart of the Home. Today I'm going to show you guys a delicious side dish. This is absolutely one of my favorites to do. We are using something you've probably never heard of, and that is called a celery root. From the celery family, but this is not the celery that is grown that we would put in soups and stews. As you can see, it's got a lot of knobs, there's a lot of dirt in it. When you're working with this, you do want to cut the knobs off and peel it. And then we're also using parsnips. Parsnips look like carrots. They're actually sold in the carrot section of the grocery store, but they taste very different. What you really want to do is you want to peel both of these vegetables. So I'm just going to take the peel quickly off of the parsnip here. And just like anything else you do in cooking, the bigger something is, the longer it takes to cook. So when you dice these two vegetables up, you do want to make sure that you have them the same size, which we've already done for you ahead. So we're just going to cut that core off, slide that out of our way. Now, I want to show you the celery root. It's also known as celerac. It's also known as knob celery. Knobs because of the knots that you see on there. We're not going to actually cook those. We're going to more or less cut those off. And what's going to happen is we're going to get down to a core knob of celery root after we've peeled it. And then this is what it's going to look like once it's peeled. So after it gets to that point, then we're going to cut it up and dice it, and the parsnips as well. We have some in each bowl here. We're going to fill them into a sauce pot with water, and we're going to let it boil, and then we're going to puree it in our food processor. And we'll be right back. Our celery root and parsnips have actually boiled for about 10 to 15 minutes or so. You want them to be fork tender, so we can just pull a piece out. And there we are. We are definitely fork tender. So now I'm going to drain it very carefully. You come back to your food processor. Now, if you haven't let these drain very long, there's still going to be a tad bit of liquid in there, and that's totally fine. You actually kind of want that. You want to have some sort of moisture. If you've let them drain for a while, then they're going to be somewhat dry, in which case you can come back and add a little water, or you can add some of the cooking water if you've saved it, some chicken stock perhaps, or even vegetable stock. I've also been known to add butter and salt and pepper. In this case, I'm just going to do a little salt and pepper. We're going to turn the food processor on. It's going to get a little loud. You want this to be pretty much somewhat smooth, kind of like a mashed potato texture. If you like it thick and chunky, there's nothing wrong with that either. I always like to take the lid off and come back with my spoon or spatula. Gosh, it smells good. All right, this looks very nice. We're going to go ahead and plate it on our platter here. Now, what could we do with this? Well, it can be a side dish on its own, kind of like a mashed potato, or you could top it with a nice protein, which I'm about to do. But it's also equally delicious with roasted vegetables. I love doing roasted root vegetables in the fall. Your carrots, your rutabagas, your turnips, any of that kind of root vegetable. And it looks beautiful on a plate when you top it, no matter what with. And we have a piece of salmon here that we've cooked, little oven roasted with salt and pepper. And pop that right on our platter. And there you have a nice, delicious main course. Celery root and parsnip puree underneath a nice piece of roasted salmon. I'm Chef Tammy Brawley from the Green Kitchen. Join us next time on Heart of the Home.
Recipes from the Heart of the Home can be found on the Virginia Farm Bureau website at vafb.com/recipes, as well as on Chef Tammy Brawley's website at greenkitchenrichmond.com.